and he says to them, in a very friendly manner, if you don't give me my chip back, I'm going to start kicking butt. Hey legends, welcome along to Here's Rodder's Reviews, the show that loves all things entertainment and shares that love with you. I am your host, Rodney Stewart. Right, we're back on the Transformers Season 2. This episode is changing gears, and this is a very enjoyable little episode. It begins with the Decepticons attacking a group of humans that are mining for gold, and it's very out of character for the Decepticons to do something like this here. It's Transformers Seasons 1 and 2 was like an energy race. The Decepticons are forever trying to steal energy to revitalise Cybertron. The Autobots were always trying to stop them. So for the Decepticons to be attacking gold miners of all things just seemed a little bit strange and out of character for them. But they're only doing this in the hopes that the humans will contact the Autobots for help, and it's a ploy to get hold of Gears, one of the smaller Autobots. The Autobots turn up, the fight starts to stop the Decepticons, and Megatron kind of gets the upper hand in this fight and does manage to kidnap Gears and calls the retreat. Off they go, and it turns out that Megatron has built a device called a solar needle that is going to, and this is where the energy race comes into the episode, the energy needle is going to access the power of Earth's sun, and Megatron needs a component from Gears. He scanned all the Autobots for a compatible component to make this solar needle work, and he's found out that Gears is the only Autobot that has this. So he gets the card, the chip, whatever it is, out of Gears, puts it into the machine, and this changes Gears' entire personality. Gears is a complainer by nature. He just spends his whole time griping about this, that and the other. He's like, my gears squeak and my pulleys and everything, He's always complaining about having pains and things not working right, and this changes his personality to being overly friendly and helpful to everyone he meets. So he ends up actually helping the Decepticons full energon cubes, and he's driving Starscream mad throughout the episode because he's so nice and so agreeable to absolutely everything. So the Earth is in danger once more. The solar needle is sucking the energy out of the sun. It's starting to cause tremors and catastrophes worldwide, and the Autobots triangulate where Megatron, the Decepticons is at. They work out Gears is with him, and off they go to try and save Gears, stop the solar needle, and save the Earth once more. So the big problem they're going to have here is that Gears is going to be in the crossfire between the Autobots and Decepticons once they get there. And plus, when they do arrive and they try to attack Megatron, he's got an energy dome over the solar needle that they can't penetrate, and Optimus Prime, being the self-sacrificing leader that he is, he works out that the only weak point the shield has is the hole on top where the energy from the sun is entering, and if they can block that, they can break through the shield. So he's going to pretty much sacrifice himself to get the shield down so the Autobots can get in and stop the Decepticons, because they've worked out within a couple of hours the sun will actually explode, destroying Earth and everything. Megatron going completely crazy as usual, and he's just worried about stealing the energy to heck with the consequences. So Prime is going to go jump into this energy beam essentially to break the shield down. Ironhide and him have a bit of an argument. You know, Ironhide's like, I'm more expendable than you are, I'll do it. And while this is happening, Cliffjumper transforms. He says, this is my solo battle or solo fight, whatever it may be. He transforms, races off, jumps off the cliff into the energy beam, destroys the shield, but survives. You know, Transformers, children's cartoon. There's going to be not much of sacrificing at this stage of the game. So, shields down, Autobots get in there, the fight begins between them and the Decepticons. And Megatron and the Decepticons actually get the upper hand on Optimus Prime and the Autobots this time. And it ends off with Megatron holding Optimus Prime at gunpoint, and he forces the other Autobots to drop their weapons or he's going to destroy Optimus. So once that happens, he commands the Decepticons to, execute Optimus Prime. And while this is happening, he has Gears been overly friendly, wanting to do everything that's asked of him, essentially repairing any damage to the Solar Needle. And Optimus Prime, thinking the thing out, been smart about it, is like, Megatron, would you allow a condemned mechanism a final request? And Megatron, as evil and as sadistic as he is, he does have a level of honour there as well. He says yes, but be quick about it. And Optimus Prime turns to Gears, and like, Gears, perhaps maybe you could do me a little favour now. And Gears drops what he's doing. He's like, I thought you would never ask. And he pulls his weapon and fires a blast into the Solar Needle, starting a bit of a feedback. And it's, blasting energy out, taking out the Decepticons left, right and centre. And that turns the tide where the Autobots start getting the upper hand on the Decepticons again. The Decepticons run out in Megatron. They retreat without orders. And Prime, Megatron are fighting the bat out on top of the Solar Needle. And Prime is like, shut this thing down. We're minutes away from the sun exploding. And Megatron's just like, I would rather let the universe burn than help you. And he retreats then, leaving the Autobots to it. So, between Optimus Prime, Wheeljack and Ratchet, they work out how to shut this thing down. Well, kinda. There's two wires. They're not sure which one to pull out. Or Ratchet wants to rip one wire out, and Wheeljack wants to rip the other wire out. And Prime pushes them to the side, grabs one of the wires, and he's like, keep your fingers crossed, yanks it out, and it reverses the polarity of this machine, sending the sun's energy back up into the sun. That's it. Everything's sorted. The Earth is safe again, and they're going to destroy this machine before they leave. And Gears is like, Prime, you're forgetting something. And Prime, that's right, your personality chip. He takes it out of the Solar Needle and he's going to give it back to Gears. And Ratchet comes in and he's like, you know what, we've all taken a vote here. We like Gears better the way he is now, instead of having this personality chip, because they all know once he gets that back, he's going to go back to his complaining nature again. Nothing's good enough and whatnot. And Gears is like overly friendly again, wanting to help everyone and not really offend anybody. And he's like, and he says to them in a very friendly manner, if you don't give me my chip back, I'm going to start kicking butt. And it's a very light-hearted end to the episode, and Prime gives him his little personality chip back and he puts it in, and instantly the smile leaves him and he goes back to his grumpy look, and he's like starting to complain about this, that and the other. And once he starts complaining, the Autobots just simply transform and drive off and kind of leave him to it, and then he's running after him. He's like, "Witten me, witten me." That's where the episode finishes off. It is a very, very light-hearted episode. I really did enjoy this one. Probably not one of the better ones out of the run of the Transformers, but it's one of these little enjoyable little kind of side episodes where it kind of gives a spotlight to one of the smaller characters within the show. And Gears is always in the background. Not so much in season 1, he was there, but they never really had any kind of a spotlight on him until this episode. And I enjoy the little episodes like this here that are just, bring these little characters into the mainstream for a little while, let their personality shine a little bit. And, again, it's a very enjoyable episode and definitely not one to skip over. If you've not seen Transformers Generation 1, definitely go and check it out. If you're a newer fan of the franchise and you've only ever known like Transformers Prime or any of those sort of newer Transformers series, there's nothing wrong with them. I've enjoyed all those, and I'll probably get to them at some point on the channel, review that stuff as well. But there's a special place in everyone's heart for the Generation 1 stuff, and if you've not seen it, definitely go and check it out.